Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, let me share my screen. Is it visible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you for confirming. So, first of all, I welcome all of you for today's Friday's Innovation Talk session. And today, I'm going to discuss about the security testing part. So, as we know, nowadays we are having different types of applications, and with new application, new technologies, there are new threats also. So, in order to overcome all those tests, those threats, we have to make the application in such a way that it is secure from all the sides, from all the type of security loopholes. We have to like secure our application with from them, and for that, as a pen tester, our responsibility is to find those loopholes, like from where the attacker can attack the website. And uh, our target is not to hack any website or something like that, because this is totally illegal, and we are doing it only after, if we have the permission, if we have legal permission from the client side. So starting with the presentation. So first of all, as I have discussed, security testing is all about identifying the loopholes in the system and ensuring that protection against the threats and unauthorized access. And it matters because nowadays we know that technology has given us so much of data. uh, every user have its own personal data, and everything is data. So, and nowadays we also know that data, we people also sell the data. And if your application is not secure, then they can get the data of the users, and they can sell those data. So uh, in order to safeguard ourselves from these type of attacks, we need to check the security part also whenever we develop the application. So goal is to detect the loopholes and evaluate the system abilities to recover from the attacks. If we are having any suppose attacker is very smart, and no matter how much secure application we have made, but he was successful in order he was successful in breaking the system. So how much time we can take to recover that particular attack, from that particular attack. So this also is one of the goal of our security testing part. And talking about the types of security testing, we have mainly these five type of security testing. But other than this, also we have other types of security testing as well. So first is the this vulnerability scanning. Sorry for my pronunciation mistakes. Uh, this type of testing is generally done by a tool that is help us to automate all the requests, and it just scans all it scans the whole system at a time. And if your system is outdated, or it is missing some patches, or there are some misconfiguration, then this type of testing can help you to identify all those loopholes. So for this we have different tools like Nessus and OpenVAS. So purpose of this is to identify and remediate the loopholes before they can be exploited. And second type of testing is the pen testing, which is also called the penetration testing. In this type of testing, we generally, as an ethical hacker, we try to inject the malicious data into the website. Like we try to inject the malicious code, like JavaScript code. As we know that our front end is made up of JavaScript, so we just try to give the malicious JavaScript code. And if the application is like able to execute those code, then our like application is very much in danger. So in order to check whether the data whether the code that we are executing from the client side is it's not executing, we have to check in the penetration testing. And for the penetration testing part, I will show some demo also. So first we will complete all these type of testing, then we will see one or two things. Then third type of testing is the risk assessment. In the risk assessment, generally we identify the threats and the loopholes and the potential impact of those attacks, and how much it can impact the system and what would be the cost of recovery. So like this we assess the risk in this type of testing. And second and next is the security audit. In this security audit, what we do is like we do the thorough review of the application, like whether it is following all the guidelines, all the security policies, laws of that particular country or not. And if they are not following, then we have to, like, suppose our application is related to the healthcare, then it should like follow all the codes, that is HIPAA codes and other laws that are applicable to that country. So for this we do the security audit. And then last type of testing is the posture assessment. In this, like we like generally try to uh, evaluate like how much ready we are in our if any such type of attacks happens to our system, then how we are going to react with that, like we are going to shut down our system, or we how we can like communicate with the customer, like in how much time we are going to recover, and how we can get the confidence back. So all these type of assessment can be done in this type of testing, that is posture assessment. Now, talking about some common security loopholes are like injection attacks. In this injection attacks, what we do is like we have the SQL query with us that helps the like to comment out the backend code that is written by the developer. Suppose we have the SQL query that says select star from the table where product is equal to something. And if that code is not properly written, then we can easily comment out that particular query with the help of some malicious SQL injections that I'm going to show you in a while. Then second type of testing is the secure cross-site scripting, that is client-side code execution. Like as I have already told you, like if we have any malicious JavaScript code, then if we have, suppose we have a search field in the website, then we can give that particular code in that particular field, and if that executes in the front end, then there's a loophole in our website. So we have to do this type of we like this is the common type of loopholes that generally we find in the system. Then we have the session hijacking. In the session hijacking, suppose we have logged in with one of the users and one session is created, and I just copy that session ID from that particular user, and I use that session ID in for the another operation. Then if the system don't have like that much of secured like session ID is not that secured or it is not encrypted well, then it can be easily used by the other users also. So session hijacking is also one of the common attack. And then is the sensitive data exposure. Suppose we have the login ID and password, and the user is like giving the input like email and password, and in the backend, if uh, we are not encrypting the password or the email ID, then any tool, nowadays we have various tools in the market that can intercept the request in between the client and the server communication. They can intercept the request in between, and they can identify the what the data is being passed from client to server. And if the data is not properly encrypted, then password can be easily detected by that tool, and this is called the man in the middle attack. So moving forward, we have different tools for this. Like we have the Nessus with us, we have the Burp Suite with us, we have Fiddler. So for the static type of testing, we have SonarQube. For the network security tools, we have Wireshark. So in for this, we generally use the Burp Suite. Burp Suite is a very powerful tool, and it generally provides us the certificate also. If we want to master this type of testing, then we can do their certifications also. So like this, there are some best practices. Before this, I want to show you a small demo, then we can move forward. So this is the Portswigger website. Generally, this website is provides the tool that is Burp Suite, and it also provides us the training, like how we can learn this type of testing and how we can perform the testing in our application using these type learning from here. So if I go for one of the testing, that is SQL injections, here it will explain like what all the things can be done in your website, and they also provide us the labs. uh, here we can see that uh, let me open this website first. Okay, so as we can see that here we have uh, many products. How many products are there? 8, 12 products are there, and all those products are of different categories. Like clothing is there, food, drink is there, gifts are there, and technical gifts are also there. So if I go to any category, then only those categories product are going to be displayed. Okay, but there are few products also that in the backend that developer has not shown uh, because they are not available or something like that. So if they have not properly secured the application, then we can get that data easily. Like suppose we are having here, we can see we have a query parameter that is category equals to this, like clothing. We are passing the parameter from here. If I if I give the malicious query like this, what this query is doing, it is concatenating the OR with 1 equals to 1. What it says is give me all the product, like it is passing the true, and the data that is coming after this dash dash, it is commenting out after that. So what it will do, it will break the query that developer has written at the backend, and it will execute this part only. So let me execute this and see what happens. As we can see that our query got executed, and earlier we have seen there were 12 products. Now we can see there are 20 products. 4, 8, 12, 16, and 20. So like this, we have injected the malicious query into the system, and we have get the data that was not to be displayed to the user. So like this, we can have multiple queries. Like we can inject all these type of queries. Like we can have the union select null null. It will show all the rows and the columns from the backend. We can, if this is the case, if your system is not secure, then hacker can also pass the drop query from here, and they can drop the table from the backend also, and your database can be in a very much like danger. So we have to make sure that it is very like it is sanitizing properly. Then we have the another type of vulnerability, that is cross-site scripting. So for the cross-site scripting, uh, let me show you what can be. This is okay. So these all type of accesses can be executed in the website. I'm executing one of them, like this one. What it is saying is, we are what we are going to do. We are going to manipulate the document.write function that is written by the developer inside the script for this website. Let me copy this. Not today, it is taking much time to load. Very much time. Okay, it is loaded. So as we can see, we have a search field in the website. If I search for any random content, then it is going to show like zero result found. And if I give any malicious script here, like if I write like this, then in JavaScript we have onload function. Equals to if I see what it is doing, it is giving us the alert. This means that in the search field you are like executing the malicious script, and it is giving us the pop-up after executing this alert function. So this website, as we know, this is for testing purpose only, but in general we, there are many websites that are not properly sanitized for these type of injections, these type of malicious script. So uh, this should be like keep in mind by the developer, like to properly sanitize the input and not to execute all the JavaScript code that is written here. If we give any uh, like this, it is not executing, but it is executing the function that are DOM based, or that is uh, that are defined inside the script. So, like this, there are some loopholes in the website that need to be identified, and for that, we have some best practices how we can avoid all these things. Let me go back. So, one of the best practices to use the shift left testing in this, like whenever the development starts, then the tester also like start incorporating these type of best practices, like this type of testing, so that in the initial stage only we can find the loopholes. Then we have the regular updates. Like if we are having any dependencies or tools, we need to update it in a regular manner, so that every new version is like we get the new version of that particular tool, because in every version they are fixing some bugs or something like that. And then next is the training. Like we as a developer, we have to like keep pace with the technology, and see what new in the market, and how hackers are doing things, and how we can like uh, we can uh, okay, sorry. Next is the automation part. In the automation, we can like use the CI/CD pipelines. In the CI/CD pipelines, we have the process where we can continuously check the codes, like for the security. Like if we are having the any CSRF tokens with us, then we, with the help of automation, we try to change those CSRF tokens in the real time, so that in that we can get the proper result, like if that is being accepted by the system or not. Then last one is the compliance. Like in the initial stage only, if we first properly see the documents that are related to the system, like if the system is very big, then what all the things, what all the documents, like those documents need to be certified with any particular agencies or not, like ISO, GDPR. So like this, we can have some good best practices in order to avoid these type of attacks. So in the conclusion, we have the three main stages. We have monitoring, security operations, and manage detection. Monitoring means constantly testing the application for any loopholes, and require the proactive approach in order to overcome all the loopholes that we are encountering. And then is the collaboration between the teams and the stakeholder to communicate and to be transparent, like what all the system is, what all the loopholes are in the system, and if there are any in attacks in future, then we can overcome them easily. Not easily, but we will overcome them. We can give them some confidence. So my final thoughts is like prevention is better than a cure, because if we identify the loopholes in the initial stages only, then we can uh, make a good system. So that's it. Thank you from my side. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you, Anshul. It was so effective presentation, and I hope everyone will have an advantage of it.
Thank you.
Do anyone have any questions for him?
Anshul, like in how many projects we are doing automation testing? If I'm not wrong, I know about Tablet, but
Yes.
other than that, is there any other application or web app that we are using automation?
From my side, what I have done, I have used the automation in the 2-3 projects. One of the is Tabiat, and second one was the Iconic Pineapple. And I have also automated the application. One was that land and property. in that what I need, my target was to like check the API's data, what they are like fetching from the HubSpot, and to compare it with the client side, whether we are having the proper data in the website or not. That as we are updating the APIs in the front end, also it is updating properly or not. So for this, I have used the automation.
Okay, and about the CI/CD pipeline, because I guess we are working on NSRS project and working on CI/CD.
Okay, so for CI/CD, there is a tool that is Jenkins. So for this, we have to first get the access of the repository from the developer, and how we connect with that particular application is like whenever there is a change in the code, then we have our test script that are connected with the Jenkins, and Jenkins schedule the job for a minute, or for every hour or 2 hour. It's up to us on how much time we can, in what a time span we want to like run our test cases. So Jenkins helps us, but the configuration of Jenkins, it is little bit complicated. So for that reason, it is not being used for the small project, but for the big projects, it is definitely very helpful.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Anshul.
Thank you.
Bye,
Sir.
everyone.